Hi guys, I'm back, and today we're going to do a little Halloween pour. Today for me it's actually Halloween, so and for those of you who are watching on the day I post this, it's Halloween, so happy Halloween to everybody. We're going to do a quick little resin inspired by this one. It's not great, but I mean, I don't know, I kind of like this little one. So we're going to do something, instead of with the alcohol inks, I'm going to add the paints to sort of give it a creamier look to it. I tried yesterday with alcohol inks on this actual tile, and it did not go well. It just got worse and worse and worse. So I took the tile, turned it sideways, took the torch to it, and melted all the resin off of it while it was still curing. So it actually took probably 95% of the alcohol ink and resin off of there. There's still a slight shimmery coat to it. There's a little bit of alcohol ink right here, but other than that, it got almost all of it out. But before I want to work on this, I wanted to show you guys something. Somebody asked me about this particular piece and what the underside of it looked like. She said she wished I'd shown the underside, so I'm going to show you guys the underside so that she can see whether or not she wants to proceed with her idea. That is the underside. It's not nearly as pretty as the top side. It's interesting. She was talking about doing this for like the underside of a, doing this on the underside of a glass table so that this would show. I'm not entirely sure that I would want this. I mean, it's still kind of neat, but really, you lose a lot of the shimmery and the shiny and, just the pretty. So there it is. Let me know, if you're going to do that. I'd love to see your finished product. So what I'm going to do real quick is I got just a little tiny bit of paint in the bottom of these. A little bit of paint, a little bit of resin. No more than 10% of your additive to your resin. Remember that, guys, okay? And I'm going to try and be as moderate as I can with my resin addition, because sometimes I just go a little too far, my entire work gets covered when I really didn't want. I want the background to show up, because this is purposefully done with spray paint. I've got the black spray paint. I think I'm still using the black enamel spray paint. And then I've got lots of green and orange glitter. And then, as I said, it has a little bit of resin coating to it already. Not enough to make it, complete, but it's, yeah, is what it is. Just did not go well yesterday. For some reason, I tried putting this into the resin for the white, and it made my resin so thick. I don't know if you guys out there, some of y'all are using the golden fluid acrylics for resin. If you are, what did I do wrong? I don't know. I definitely didn't use more than 10%, so please don't tell me I'm only supposed to use 10%. I know that. I just don't understand why it went so thick. Alright, so colors for today are the black is Jet Black from Apple Barrel, Sap Green from Artist Loft, Orange from Artist Loft, and Violet from Artist Loft. So let's get these out of the way, because I don't want to pour resin all over them. So last night we did what's called Trunk or Treat. So I don't know if you guys all know what that is, so I'll just explain it real quick. Trunk or Treat is where a group of people will do trick-or-treating out of their, they'll pass out candy out of the back of their car. And it's in a safe place. Last night it was at the elementary school for the kids. And all the teachers went out there and they decorated the backs of their cars in a neat, cute way. And they had games for the kids to play. So the kids would play the games, and then they'd get their piece of candy. So we had maybe, oh gosh, probably about somewhere between 15 and 20 cars out there to pass out candy. And I don't know how many kids, but you know, the parking lot was full, the grass lot was full, everything was full when we got there. There were lots of kids and parents out there. It was fun for the kids. The teachers are probably exhausted today. I know I'm exhausted just from standing in all those lines and waiting and waiting and waiting. So, but the kids had fun. So then we're all tired from that. And tonight is Halloween, so it is trick-or-treating. So I have a feeling tomorrow I'm going to be really, we're all going to be really super, super tired. Y'all can see that pretty glitter sort of glistening in there, and that new resin. I got a lot of fingerprints in the old resin because the old resin is actually still a little sticky, but it's, you know, it's just barely tacky. The house is colder. The resin, this particular resin takes longer to cure than some of the other resins, which is good because it gives you a really long working time. But if you want your thing to dry quickly, to cure quickly, it's not going to happen. Sorry, I'm trying to see it a little better. So I'm getting it right up close to my face. Okay, I think we're going to need a little more on there. Ah, it's already pouring off. I didn't want that. So if you guys are going to go out trick-or-treating with your kids tonight, or you know, you're watching this and you're still young to go trick-or-treating, still young enough, y'all be super careful out there. No texting while you're driving. You know, just be careful out there. Have fun. I know we'll be out there, but we're going to a neighborhood that we always go to. I always go to my parents' neighborhood, and it is a very safe neighborhood. And of course we stay with the kids. I don't know what the deal is. I mean, when we were kids, we would walk miles from home to trick or treat. And when we were younger, my dad, of course, went with us. He was awesome. He would stand in the bushes and he would paint up his face, and he'd wear his military jacket, and he would wear this, like, I think it was like a dark green felt hat. And he would jump out of the bushes and scare fellow trick-or-treaters. And it was awesome. But, you know, of course, as we got a little bit older, we were allowed to go out on our own, which, you know, most kids are not allowed to do anymore. Mine certainly aren't. There's no way. We would walk miles from home to go trick-or-treating. We'd be gone for several hours, which is just crazy for me to think about now. But, you know, it was a different time back then. Okay, so let's begin. We'll put a little bit of, and see, this is much thinner. It's still thick, but it's much thinner than my white was yesterday. So this is the Artist Loft Flow Acrylic, which is not the liquid acrylic, it's just flow. So it's a little thinner than the titanium white, but not by a lot. And the other stuff, when I would pull my little stick up, it was so stringy. I was having to wrap it around everything. It was just awful. So if somebody else out there is having good luck putting the golden fluid acrylic in their Stone Coat Art Coat resin, which is what we're using today. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Stone Coat Art Coat resin. If you guys want to buy some of this, which you really should, go to their website, get the resin, and during checkout, put my promo code in there, which is HWA, and you get $30 off of a $80 order. So for 80 bucks worth of resin and a couple little metallic powders, you're gonna get it for 50 bucks, which is really an awesome deal, because this resin is so much fun to work with. It really is. I really love this stuff. It's just, it lasts for so long. You can work with this for about 45 minutes, which is really, you know, awesome considering a lot of resins you can't work with for that long. You don't want to put too much on there because once you start blowing it around, it's going to spread a lot. I don't want to put too much black on there because I really don't want the black sort of overtaking everything, but I gotta have a little bit of black somewhere. I don't really know where. I'll put some right. Whoop, that was not enough. Okay, well, I've learned another lesson. Do not put the apple barrel in here because it's doing the same thing as... See how stringy that is? I don't know if you guys can see that, but I don't want that going everywhere. I'm going to set that aside. Popping air bubbles and warming the resin up so that when we take our little airbrush toy to it, it's going to flow easily. I think I want to put a little more. Nah, we'll just leave that for the moment. Our little airbrush toy here. This is what happened when I poured all the resin off. It mixed into this lovely green. I'm not even sure I can do anything with this particular skin. But I set it aside because it's huge and I couldn't help it. Alright, let me make sure you guys are in focus. Yes, we are. I don't know why that seems so dark, but it does. Oh, I know why. Because I turned the brightness on my phone down at night. Okay. Okay, I'm still not getting what I want with the white. What I really want is for the white to get kind of cloudy and look more like, you know, galaxy type. I don't want it to be stringy like it is. So whoever out there uses white over the tile, and it could be just because I'm blowing it around with this cooler air gun and it's not wanting to, it's just cooling down the resin, so it doesn't want to blend like I want it to. So that being said, I will get my torch out and see if we can move it around a little bit with this. Warm it up a little bit. So you can see it's moving around now. You don't want to do this too much because you don't want your resin to start smoking. And let me tell you, I have done that before. Or it starts like boiling. You see a lot of bubbles. Which is not good. Like it just did there. I don't know if you saw that, but it kind of bubbled up. Yes, I burned it a little bit. I heated it up a little too far. I'm sorry. Just make sure when you guys are doing this, use a respirator mask. Didn't want it to all go off over there. Trying to decide what to do here. I think maybe we need like a little more white, maybe. I didn't push my resin over the edges, so that's why it's sitting there and not going over. I'll put some resin on the edges, which will probably pull some of it off. trying to kind of get the colors a little blended, a little, so that it looks more kind of galaxy-ish. I'm not sure about the black. I feel like I kind of need a little black over here, even though I don't want to use the stringy stuff because it's stringy and it's hard to control like that. Look at that. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, because I'm kind of going straight up with it. But man, that is the stringiest. Okay, don't use the apple barrel in there, unless somebody out there is using apple barrel in their resin, in their stone coat resin, and it's working well for you. Let me know why you think it's working for you and not for me. I think that's it for that black. Lots of air bubbles still that we're knocking out of there. Get that black mixed in a little bit there. I'm actually kind of liking it not going off the edge, but like I said, as soon as I put that edge on there, it's going to go off. But I don't know, I kind of like that. I feel like it needs to turn this way. Yeah, I like that better. I'm trying to decide if I want to do anything else to it. That's what I did yesterday, and then I completely ruined it. But I feel like something like up here, maybe a hint more white in that orange. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it needs just like a drop. Because there's all this white through here and then a blob of orange that doesn't have anything to it. So we're going to do just a tiny little drop there. And that's going to be it. Oops. I'm going to learn one of these days to stop doing that. No, and it heated up too much and it went off. I should have known better. There we go. I think I like that better. There we go. Okay, I'm liking that a little better. A little more. Still got a little bit of this coming off. It's wanting to come off the edge there. I'm so afraid to put resin along this edge because it's just going to pull my pattern off. Okay, that's it. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that. And I'm actually going to let it sit. I'm not even going to torch it. I'm going to let it sit for a minute. And let's bring you guys down so you can see a little close up. Alright, so there's some glitter. You can kind of see the glitter underneath there. And the way the colors are kind of blending together. what I really want is to get some kind of cells with my white. So whoever's getting that done, please help me and tell me what you're mixing together. What kind of paint or alcohol ink or whatever you're mixing into your white to get cells. Look, we got a little bit right there in that green, kind of, sort of. There's a little bit of black in there. We need a little bit of black to kind of balance out the bright colors. Going out of focus. Okay. Well, sorry I'm so shaky. Alright, well, that's your pretty for today. Happy Halloween to everybody. I hope you enjoyed this pour. I'm going to pour resin around the edges in just a little bit. You can already see this is going off, so that's probably going to go off. This is probably going to end up going off. That's going to end up going off. So it's going to look a little different. I'll show you guys when it dries. So wherever you are on the planet, I hope you had an awesome afternoon, day, evening, or planet. Oh, okay, I have no idea what I just said there. Sorry. Wherever you are on the planet, I hope you have an awesome afternoon, day, evening, or night. Thank you to all my subscribers, all my viewers, everyone who comments on my channel, everyone who donates to my PayPal link to sort of sponsor my channel or help me out in a little way. I appreciate that immensely. And all the questions lately, thank you for all the questions. I love the questions. It's fun to, even if I don't know the answer, I'm going to research it. I'm going to find out the answer for you guys. So, thank you all. I hope you have an awesome Halloween. Remember, Stone Coat Art Coat Resin. Go to their website, order their resin. During checkout, use my promo code HWA, and you'll get $30 off of an $80 order, which is completely awesome. And check out my website sometime. It's www.southerndutch. Wow, I can't even come up with it right now. That is crazy. SouthernDutchGirlArt.com. Sorry. It's actually pretty early in the morning and I didn't get enough sleep last night. So, yeah, but anyway, have a great Halloween. See you later. Bye.